everybody. It's your girl, Alzita, and I'm glad to be here today, able to speak to you about the dangers of vaping. And I just want to tell my story. This is just to let you know that it is not safe to vape. So I started vaping about 4 months ago, um, and I let go of it. Uh, but before I let go of it and how I got started into it, it was mainly because I have a vision for my future, and I was smoking marijuana, and just at that time, I marijuana I couldn't do that, because I the kind of position that I'm looking to be in, it requires me to not have THC in my system. So I ended up smoking uh, vape. And the thing about it is, I did not know how detrimental to my health vaping was, not until later into the 4 months when I started to feel like I was going to suffer a stroke or something. And I just stopped one day, and one of the symptoms I was having that made me believe that I was on the verge of having a stroke. That's those symptoms was a lot of brain issues. Like I had started having headaches from time to time, and in the mornings when I woke up, I would wake up with slob all over my pillow, all over my face, and I just thought to myself, yeah, something is really wrong. But I didn't link the slobbing and the headaches to the vaping. I did not do that at all. What made me actually link it to that is when I started to share my story about me feeling like I was close to a stroke, and somebody told me that they knew somebody that had a stroke from vaping, and that let me know, okay, well, maybe I was right on the money uh, when I said it's time to stop vaping, it's time to quit. And so that's what I did. And when I was being transparent about the way I was feeling during the time of vaping, it actually opened up, other stories for me to basically relate to and connect the dots that, hey, this is probably why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. This is probably why I was feeling the way I was feeling. So after vaping, like the same day I went into juicing, I started juicing. It took me a few hours, and I juiced some kale, and started drinking teas consistently in the morning. Now, if I would have been vaping and juicing at the same time, would I have felt better? I'm not sure, possibly, but the fact still remains that um, strokes are linked to vaping. This is unnecessary. No one should vape with the risk of having a stroke. Vaping creates bubbles in the bloodstream, which blocks the blood flow to the brain. Now, I don't know how crazy that sounds to you, but it sounds crazy to me to continue to do something that will lead to a stroke, especially if I'm well aware of it. And like I said before, it's an addiction. So, like any other addiction, you know the the causes and effects of those addictions, and still continue to do those things. There's people like that, and but it's important to really fight those urges, especially when you know the cause, the effects of the cause. So I just want to take this time and let you know that you can do it. You can put the vape down. And just like any other thing, all it takes is just one hit, one try to be addicted to something that either soothes you mentally, take your mind off things. See, the thing is, I went from one addiction to the next, and what was the other one better than the next? You know, Probably not. either way it goes, the best way to get rid of an addiction is to pick up something that's healthier, that's healthy in all, and find a way to be addicted to that healthy thing and continue to keep yourself in that mode. And that's just what I'm doing. I'm just every day I'm thinking, okay, this is what you can do to better your health. This is what you can do in those moments where you don't have nothing else to do and you might feel like you want to do those bad habits that you're so used to. So, when I used to vape, and when I'm busy and in my downtime, I just take my juice and I drink it. This is kale juice today. You have to choose. Like I really realized that I had to choose between my kale juice and this vape. Any kind of juice that's juice from vegetables and fruits is good. Vaping is terrible. You don't want to become hurt. You don't want to be in a situation where you cannot take care of yourself all because you spent, $1, $3, $21 on something that, just give you a little temporary relief because there is natural, um, you know, products we can consume for relief. And, that's like the juice that I'm talking about right here. And it's really healthy, um, you know, and it's very important to learn about what can hurt you, what can kill, what can unalive you, excuse me, and what can keep you going. And you may have kids. They see us doing these things. They see us the way we live in, and you know, something to do is to stay focused on a good health. It's time consuming to juice. It's time consuming to do anything in life, but it's more. It's more like I feel like it's better to do what's healthy for me, than to do what's not healthy for me. I'd rather work 5 hours for a good amount of money for products that help me in my life, that help my brain function, that help my heart pump blood to my brain, and to help me get that oxygen. I'd rather purchase, $100 worth of kales to juice, or $100 worth of, ginger to juice, or turmeric to juice, just opposed to buying, five of these right here. Um, that's $100 worth. This is like $20 a pack, you know, and then to feel like I'm dying every morning or every night, and it's just not worth it. We see people, they puff on these things on TV, and it's for entertainment purposes. They possibly don't even really puff these things outside of their occupation of entertainment. And then there's the people who promote these things and they get paid a good sum of money to get you hooked on these things, to get you to go, to get you to get out of your comfort zone, to go buy this so you can stay stuck in your comfort zone. But guess what? This thing is really hurting you so much. It's hurting you so much and you don't even know it. So I just want to encourage you to do your research and understand what you're getting yourself into. I'm not saying that it's better than um, cigarettes, your Newport 100s or whatever. I'm not saying it's better. Quit that too if you can find the willpower too, because I know you have it in you. I used to smoke those cigarettes as well, and I grew up around it, so it was easy for me to fall into it. Monkey see, monkey do. Sometimes it's true. Um, Other times, monkey see, monkey don't do, and that could be difficult. They say we are a product of our environment, and sometimes we see that is sometimes true, but we don't have to be. We can be as great as we choose to be. We can follow a different path or lead a different path. And I just want to congratulate the people who have strayed away from vaping, smoking in any sort. Either way it go is not good for our lungs. And too much of anything isn't good, as we know. Too much honey could cause your blood sugar, your blood sugar to reach, sky high, hit the roof. And although honey is good, it's healthy, but we have to do things in moderation, and that's important to take into consideration. So I want to congratulate the people who have put vaping down. And actually, I know it's a fight every day. I know it's tough, especially if you've been hooked on it for years. And you see it like it's like a savior from what you used to do, which was probably smoking marijuana or anything else. But as a previous marijuana smoker, um, I just want to say vaping is not the way. Um, you know, I just want to encourage you to do what's best for yourself. And sometimes what we think is best for us isn't what's best for us. So in that case, I'm encouraging you to do the research and seek the knowledge you need to better your health, to um, keep you functioning, your body functioning, to keep the blood flowing to your brain, to keep the oxygen flowing to your brain, and keep digging up information. Get to me too, because I'm just a student as well, and I'm also teaching. So I'm a teacher and a student, and same with you. So I don't know everything, and I'm not claiming that I do. My research continues. I haven't even gotten as deep as I would like to. Um, with all the other things going on in my life. And I also don't want to make excuses. I will reach that point where I know more. And, and knowledge escapes, so it's always good to have people that are actually staying informed and around people who want to be informed, because that is how we remember what's important and what we actually need to survive. So, with all that being said, please just get on this ride with me. Take this ride with me, and fight the good fight. Don't give up on yourself. I'm not gonna give up on myself. It's tough out here, I know, but we got this, and that's all I want to say. I will come back with some more. Let's end this with a drum beat.